soil carbon. We need to plant different species of pastures. That's where the multi-species pasture system comes into place. Because the more pasture that you've got in the soil, the more ability is there to grow soil carbon. And if we can increase soil carbon, we've got more potential of taking carbon dioxide from the air via photosynthesis and build it of the plant and build it into the soil. So that's why it's one of our interventions where we financially support the farmers in planting multi-species pastures, not only one like kikuyu. In this pasture we see here, yes, kikuyu in here is red clover, white clover, perennial ryegrasses. So you want the different species with different root systems underneath that you can activate the microbes in the soil. So here we've got the cows on the pastures, and there you see the whole circulation of flow. The cows will graze the pasture, will go through the enteric system, urine will go back to the soil, taken up by the soil, and you get the circular effect in the soil as well. So from here we're gonna move on forward. So just one point on soil. As I said, you need the plants to grow, and the plants need to take carbon dioxide from the air and build it into the soil as soil carbon. So if we increase the soil carbon, then we can make a calculation of how much carbon dioxide we sequestrate in the soil. And we have a chat on net zero. What is net zero actually? Net zero is reduce. So we reduce our energy on the farm, like we've looked there at the solar plants. We reduce our physical energy with different interventions, moving more to organic fertilizer from chemical fertilizers, manure management and all of that. So you reduce, but you can't reduce. There will always be carbon dioxide produced. There will always be methane produced. And then you go to the soil. By building soil carbon, you've got the ability via your plants to take carbon dioxide from the air. So the balance will be taken from the air, and then you can get to a position where this farm, what's been produced on carbon dioxide or CO2 equivalent, they can't reduce any further. The rest you sequestrate from the air. And then this farm can be at a net zero position. So what's been released has been taken and more from the atmosphere. So they can decide when to plant, what plant, is it winter, summer. And this probe will give a reader to the repeater. The repeater will relay it to the computer system in the dairy, and then Brian will have a look. Okay, my soil moisture is still okay, but the next day the graph will go down, coming from the root system, and you say, okay, I have to irrigate. And we've proved that we can save at least 15% water per hectare on a multi-species pasture system by using a soil moisture reader probe system. And that, if you calculate that to the need of a multi-species pasture plant of water, the needs for them, we can save close to 1 million liters of water per year per hectare. So that's tremendous. As I've said, water is a scarce resource. We want to save water. You not only save water with this system, but you're also saving energy. So you use less energy. So it's a whole circle save that you've got on this. Good. I think from here, what we can envisage from here as well, before we go to the dam. On the other side, you see a tractor, the top one. That got a minimum till planter. And again, it comes back to soil. How can we improve the soil? How can we make the organic material more with the soil? So the conventional system in the past, you plow your field. You put in a plow, turn it around, expose it to the air. A lot of carbon goes, your microbes die, and all of that. So the new intervention is what we call minimum till planting or zero till planting. So that only means you don't disturb the soil as little as possible. So the planter over there is just drilling through the soil with a thin a pin and then plant the seeds behind it. So you don't have to turn the soil around. You don't expose the soil to the atmosphere. And so you grow more and more. All the material stays on the soil. And you grow your organic material on the soil. So that planter, what's going there, so here you can see, plant new seeds into this existing pasture without plowing. And that's the whole idea.